the ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Washington's offense takes the field for the first time today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team. I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
With the toughest call on the play sheet, 3rd and long, ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the right. Finds him out. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Washington has it ended for a third down. Looking to throw on first down. Has peeled in and Stewart. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Huskies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly, but when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it in the completion.
That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away. He wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off him. Does a nice job being patient, taking his time, putting the drag route, and getting the first down.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring it down. Simply one of the best box defenders you can find in the entire country.
What a great play by that cornerback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out. But to be able to break on the football when it's thrown on those quick passes like that, nice job by the cornerback.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Got his man. They stopped him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And this one is perfect. And with that, they bring the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked. They kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. The coach has to be happy.
So Michigan's offense has the ball for the first time. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. A really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. First down for the offense.
forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. The balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
He makes the catch. Close to this next one. He'll be a little short of the first down.
The wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes. When I break, I can catch the football and try to get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch. That's a positive.
He got enough for the first down before sliding, but there is a marker on the field. It might be coming back. A good break there as the penalty gives them the 3rd down conversion. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. This junior making his presence felt and making a stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this kid running the football because he's got a lot of speed. He's not a big guy. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So we've got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And how about that defense in the backfield? Nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing a run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and they got beautiful things.
And game tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but they still got the first down. This crowd knows when to bring it. And this one will be stopped. No gain.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical. They stick their face in the fan. They aren't scared. Talk to the defensive coordinator coming to this game. He knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs off the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? He got it. Doesn't quite make it to the first down. He's a yard short.
That's a really good completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in 4th and very short. If you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success you had.
And the Huskies are back up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Well, this guy shot out of hand. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him the ball.
Keep pounding away at this defense and making them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you passing.
The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Wants to throw on 3rd. They'll run the screen. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. The Huskies will be forced to pull it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Good job by the coverage unit. Put a stop to that return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
They were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. To let that one get away from them, they look like they are pumped up and ready to go here.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to take points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted to touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Fires to the right. Got it. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Michigan. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to find an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. Unbelievable job blocking the front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 39.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In the running game that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Unloads to the wideout. He's straight downfield.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited them. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here he comes with the return. And good work by his defense team to knock down the return man. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They'll open this drive up and moving down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Speeding down the left side. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, and gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride, right? I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between the quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in great. Everything they do is working a lot of skill. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Quick completion on the out. Will go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. Washington coming to the line with another first down.
Putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Just to keep it in the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. Ball Dials it in and looking upfield. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So here comes the Michigan offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you're already starting, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
They'll try the run. Got enough for the first down and once more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
I'm not that play about a speed back. You hear about speed backs. He's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. Let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that, you're running full speed with everything you have. A lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him, and then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on first and 10. Grab in the backfield. It's Lincoln. Oh, he's got some space. And he let the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. That last loss is 2nd and 12. The give to the tailback. And the defense drags him down.
It's because that second one really, really well. What's the idea of that? To put up a third advantage. Nice job. That was a positive run. Shoot, almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll immediately call timeout. Second down coming up in this red zone opportunity. Lost a throw. He's working against the clock. A little screen to the quarterback. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll immediately call timeout.
You know, that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
How big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Got his man down. Great pickup as they keep this drive moving, and they've got it up to 45. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
I love the anticipation on that throw
remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
That's just great total defense on that play. First off, big pressure, you get to hit the quarterback. But two, you got the intended target double covered. There is no way the offense was coming up with getting around.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. He dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle.
Washington about to put it deep to start things in the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25 and run down at the 26. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. It's working. Why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling the coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by winning the game.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, when you're counting the rock, you're not going to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
On third down, he drops the throw. Pulls it in. At the 45 on fire. Boy, he looked as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. They need quarterback from the back end of this defense.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack.
Turning it on. Nifty little scamper on this one. For the first down, and he slides inside.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane opener, you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out of space.
They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the line. Marches ahead. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. These speeds raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in and week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And he drops and just took his eye off of it in the last minute.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Hand off from the gun. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. He just broke the century mark, 100 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
Defenses throughout the week study every third down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
Wide open downfield. Holiday corralled and not before. He picks up the first down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Bruce, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time in that quarterback spot. When they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Halfway there on first down and 2nd and 5. He'll run it again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back from that lead.
First gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third-down offenses in the country. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Field goal is good, and that lead grows even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty darn quickly.
Got it in the middle of the ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. 2 set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
They'll go on top on 2nd and short. Back open in the middle. They'll mark him down right there, and that'll be enough for a Washington first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Lost a throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground cover to pick up the first. The Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. What's the net? Down to 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. So first down will open up the final period.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Makes the grab on the left. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 8. And the Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts. Small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Wolverine. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. San Jose State has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Old School Stadium. They're up by 12 over Fresno State. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football. Guys,
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Offense gets set for second down. Motion from the wide receiver. On the move. Got the first down and still on his feet. A pickup of 5, marching at the 36-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's first and 10. Interception. Things are going from bad to worse. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Grab them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, just a great job by the defense. That's your job. You scout up front, stuff the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. The Wolverines will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now, they've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. For a while. This offense has it with really good field position. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Halfway there on 1st down and 2nd and 5. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He'll be down on the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football and posing the will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and that right now.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to pull their way out. He was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range. You got 2 downs. What are you thinking?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and getting him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a line.
Typically, you only see this at the end of the game or end of a half. I'm not really sure why we're getting an early peek at victory formation. And the quarterback takes a knee. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Just drives in between the uprights. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Takes it past the mark. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Right back to the well. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game. I don't know if y'all realize it.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him, knocked him off the ground. 4th down coming up. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. Hauls it in at the 25. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down.